river.
Welcome to another roaring episode of the LonelyMans podcast. To my left, in his finest rap t-shirt as always, the new Young Money mullet, Jesse Burlingame.
Thank you.
To his left, the greatest baller in Austin, Texas comedy, Ben Bow.
That is true. What's up?
And our guests, friend of John Paul Rivera and friend of the pod, Hans Kim.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
New friend of the pod.
New friend and new friend of the pod.
Instant friend of the pod.
Yeah. Just like a lot of the instant meals you probably have to make with your current living situation.
I am Asian.
Rice is pretty
That's
instant,
for the
right?
sound. If you're not watching on YouTube, now you
It's
know.
ramen.
He's not German.
Do you have like a what do you have for like cooking options or like making food options in the
First
Got
of
a
all,
butane
where do you live right now?
I live right in front of your house right now.
Post it up.
Is that creepy?
No, not at all.
No, I love it.
Just pull
we're
around that back, bro. You could just come up the balcony. It'd be dope.
I would love to.
You should relocate to near the pool. Then it would be creepy. That'd be fun though.
That'd be
I'd
like
hang out at
a
your
backyard
crib.
pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
But yeah,
you know.
I mean, it's like I live in a van.
How
Yeah.
long have you been living in the van now?
3-4 years.
That's great.
Is it a Ram ProMaster?
No, it's a Freightliner Sprinter van.
Oh, it is a Sprinter?
Yeah.
Wait, is it a Mercedes Sprinter?
I mean, the inside's all Mercedes.
Yeah.
But like the outside is a Freightliner, I guess. I don't know how that works.
That's interesting.
Yo, so I got to know, how did you get to this van story? Because like, how do you just go from like, because I assumed you were like working like a job and like doing regular people stuff for a while, right?
For a very short while.
Like after college?
Yeah, for 6 months, and then I got fired. I did an internship for 6 months where I did nothing. They didn't
Yeah.
give me any work because they didn't trust me or whatever. And then
What were you doing on the internship?
I was like just browsing Reddit.
Yeah. Shout out Reddit.
Making binders. But I was like falling asleep when I first got there because I had just arrived there from Seattle to Atlanta, and I was tired, jet lagged, and I was falling asleep. And then after that, they were like, "This guy's not serious." And then after that, I did a startup where I lived in a house in Chattanooga, and then I got fired from that because I was questioning the boss and just sort of not really doing my
Yeah.
job very well. And then I did comedy living with my mom in Seattle for 5 years. Then I moved to New York for 3 years. Then the pandemic hit, and then I came here. I lived in a van in New York, so ever since I stopped living with my mom, I lived in a van, so I didn't have to work.
Is that how you know John Paul? Is it like a parking lot where everyone goes or something?
Yeah, we were all taking a shit in the same parking lot together.
Showering at the Planet Fitness together?
Yeah, we were all drying our laundry.
Yeah. Where do you shower? Do you have a gym membership?
No, in New York, I had a trial membership
Yeah.
because there's so many gyms.
Ah, you just keep switching around.
Yeah, so I did a week here, just go to the nicest.
That's
gyms.
awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Equinox doesn't play that shit, right?
No, I never did Equinox.
Yeah.
I wish I did. I didn't have the balls.
What was your favorite one if you had to Yelp review
New
all
York
the...
Sports Club.
Nice.
They might be out of business now because of the pandemic. I tried 24 hours fitness, but they would always reject me. They'd be like, it has to be a local ID, but on the fine print, it doesn't say that.
Right.
So I would
they
argue
know,
with them.
They know what's up. What about Orange Theory?
I never did that. Orange Theory Fitness. Are you from New York?
No.
Or you're from Boston?
I just know gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big gym guy.
I see them when I drive by.
How
I keep
many
a
gym
mental
memberships
list.
have you
Sports
had,
club.
Jesse?
I've only been to one. I've had two now, and they're both rock climbing gyms.
So you've never had like a Planet Fitness or like
Crunch
Orange Theory or anything
Fitness.
Like
Crunch,
Yeah,
yeah,
you just-
Golds.
that?
During the pandemic, did you recently go through a period where you lived like in the desert for 3 months? This is what
Yeah.
this is what little birdies were telling me.
I lived in the desert for 3 months. November, December, January, February.
Yeah, I want to hear about that. How was that
March-ish.
experience?
It was so fun.
What
Yeah.
desert was it?
The Joshua Tree, above Joshua Tree, then below Joshua Tree.
Oh,
then
hell yeah.
Arizona, then Mexico. It's just like you're in the wilderness for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just great where no one's near you and you get to just exist.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Actually.
Were you just by yourself
Yeah.
the whole time?
Yeah.
Damn.
I had a girl visit me when I first did it, and
Oh yeah,
I
you
don't know
did.
if we had
Yeah.
intercourse,
I would
but-
say the only question people are wondering is, have you fucked in the van?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be number one on everyone's minds.
Yeah.
I fucked in when I was living in New York. A lady came over. We had sex
Wow.
on the side of the road.
She met you at
Was she
the van?
also a performer, or was she?
Yeah, she was an open micer.
I feel
She
like
was
it would have to
starting
be a performer to
comedy.
understand. Like, I feel like.
Is that like weird
There's a lot of
explaining?
performers. There's singers.
Yeah,
there's
exactly. It would have to be an
artists, there's
artiste
poets.
to understand the van
Poets,
life.
definitely the poets.
I just don't think an accountant is going to see the van and be as turned on or
Account-
be able
well,
to look through it.
She was a rich person. Maybe she had artistic leanings, but
Oh, so
Yeah.
like a Titanic situation.
yeah, it
Like
was a
you were
Titanic.
Jack.
We know
Yeah.
we know a van guy from
The
Boston
window.
who's got
Yeah.
a hot
Yeah.
girlfriend, and she traveled with him in the van.
Oh, we know someone?
Yeah, maybe you go. I don't know if she's an artist, but maybe she's just a free spirit.
Yeah,
Girls
to
are
be a free
attracted to fun life or money, and
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to have money to
I
have
don't, do, I
fun
don't do
life.
You gotta
either
be in
of
the
those
fun
fucking.
zone.
Dude, I don't do either
Yeah.
of those fucking things.
Ben knows how to be sexually attractive.
Yeah, he does.
Only
He's a
to my-
viable mate for
Only
sure.
to my hands. Very. But no, that
got a
must be
small
like.
head.
Have you ever lost like out on a girl because she saw that you like lived in a van and was like, nah.
No, not really. I don't really do Tinder.
Okay.
I once Tindered a girl and she was like, "What's your job?" And I was like, "I don't really assign value to what society." And then
No one's
she
ever asked me
blocked me.
that.
Yeah, no one really.
it was like her
You
first
probably do-
question. It was like
Yeah.
her whole thing.
You do well with like the comrade women, like the women who
The
are
leftists.
Yeah, I feel like they were.
I guess so.
I feel like
I
they
feel
were.
like they're too angry for me.
They're
Yeah.
too angry for everybody.
I know,
They're having
exactly.
a tough time.
They
I
make
get it. They're angry
themselves
for good reason.
unlikable.
I don't know. Did you get any heat off that Atlanta shooting a few weeks ago?
Oh boy.
Yeah, like you know how your people were murdered like
Yeah.
animals. I'm
Yeah.
gonna sleep with you now.
Let me give you some sympathy, pussy.
Someone's like, do a spot on my show.
You're like a firefighter
Stop
after
Asian
9/11.
hate. That's my pickup line. I go to 6th Street and be like, "Hey, girl, you want to stop Asian hate?"
Let's start this Asian date.
Oh,
be your
shit, that's
Asian
good.
mate.
I was saying Asian love, but date rhymes.
Yeah.
So you arrived in Austin on around what
4 weeks ago,
4 weeks ago, and then you lived in New York for how long?
3 years.
How does it stack up so far? I know it's kind of weird.
Austin versus New York.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It's so weird because the pandemic happened. Everything's
Yeah.
different. But
A lot of
in
variables.
Austin, there's a lot of open mics with the TV on. It's all made for music. The ceilings are super fucking high.
A lot more shorts, right? And sandals.
A lot more shorts and sandals.
yeah.
That's been my biggest like gripe with Austin comedy.
A
So
lot more
far.
N words.
Yeah, which is very surprising.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's been a lot more
think in
F-words
Boston
and
we would've heard it
retards
all,
too.
but-
Like there's been a lot of that.
I think it's out of town N words
more
moving
dangerous.
into Austin.
You think
a lot
on
of
Fenway?
Rogan heads.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
de-gentrifying.
But they feel the energy. They're like, "Oh, I can say the N word here."
Yeah.
And they feel comfortable. They feel. You know what? Somebody called me. Somebody was saying like it was explaining to me why they're they're like, yeah, I bombed the other night. I lost him when I said nigga, and I'm like, you're a white guy. Of course you lost the honor. She's like,
Yeah.
one black woman just stared at me and just shook her head like, and he's trying to like. And he was trying to justify
Yeah.
his use of saying nigga on stage and why it's a good joke.
It must have been my cadence or something.
and
or
yeah,
like-
and like
Ben, this is a private conversation between me and you off the podcast. and I appreciate you bringing it up.
maybe I didn't hit the N hard enough.
Yeah,
I didn't enunciate. That's what it was.
And I said it with an
I
A,
mean,
you know?
N-word.
I was really trying to. I was like, bro. And he kept saying it in conversation. Like, he just kept dropping it to me like it was cool that he was
Did
dropping
he
it.
seek you out? Was he like, "Oh, there's a black person. Let me tell him about my N word bit," or were you like already talking?
I've
We
done
were
that
just
to you.
talking and he brought it up. But after that, I was like, I don't really want to talk to this person anymore. Not because he was saying it, but just because I didn't feel like we were on the level with where he felt like he should have just been able to come up and start saying nigga around me that comfortably. Like, it was a weird way that he just. It was like almost like a sense of arrogant entitlement allowed him to just say that, like it was just casually. And I'm not the type of person to get mad about the word uses like that, but it's just like I didn't like the feeling that he was giving me, just the vibes he was putting off, put me off. I was just like,
There's
all
like
right.
an N word vibe.
Yeah, a real lazy N-word guy. He just
I'm trying to say the F slur less because I got into a rhythm of saying it
Faggot.
too much.
It's
yeah.
so great that we
And
can say it here.
It's just, it's too, yeah, but it's just,
It flies around pretty
the
heavily.
chains
It's
were
a
on,
crutch.
the chains were
Yeah.
on me so tight that when I got here, I just turned into everything I always hated.
Yeah.
And I just started letting them fly off the
Your
handle.
joke is good.
Faggot.
Your joke is
I have
strong.
one good joke where I say it twice, and I think I just want to keep it to only saying that joke. So,
Yeah, you gotta quarantine it.
yeah, because then it's better if like that's like when it comes at the end of my set or something, and I'm like I have a lot
it's
of
a seasoning. You can't
I
just
have a lot
dump
of
it in the
clean.
whole thing.
I have a lot
You
of clean
gotta
material
drop
too.
it
so-
in.
Yeah.
Sprinkle
Little,
it in
yeah, a
your
little
set.
sprinkle,
But yeah, just
A little pinch of faggot.
a little glitter
You've
on
been
it.
saying I've been saying retard a bit, and I feel like a middle
Retard
schooler.
and faggot.
I'm
I
saying
like
that.
that we can say that here. I don't know what it. I don't know if it's regressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is regressive.
I think
in
that's why
ways.
the N words are coming in too. Like they're like people are coming from like Portland, New York.
So you just they test in the like they keep pushing it a little
Yeah.
farther, a little farther.
Like I know this is a hipster city, but let me put it to the truth.
Dude, only one dude is gonna get snuffed, and then that's gonna be the end of white dudes forever for like 10 years.
White boys,
They're
they're
gonna
getting
be
it's white
scared.
boy summer, bro. They're getting emboldened. They're just like, yeah, I could come out here.
And I am not
Yeah.
stepping in for any type
It's not
of
surprising. The
defense.
city is very white. They're like, I could probably say this freely because what are the
Yeah.
chances a black person will be at
And
the show?
everybody
Yeah.
here thinks like, but we're also like liberal. That's the worst part. Is like they're like,
They-
no, but I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But like I'm on the same side. I just like to say it.
Those guys
I'm
are the
not
worst.
harming anyone.
Yeah.
Those guys are the worst. I'd rather like a racist just say it and be like,
Yeah.
at least I know where you stand.
Right.
And at least you get it because like you chose your side and I don't agree, but whatever, do your thing.
That's
I
kind of
was-
why I want to say stuff less. a
But
little
like
bit.
people that are pretending to be on your team and
Yeah.
then just like saying shit, just it's almost like you're just saying this so you can get like a pass for this.
I'm on the
Like,
team, but I did think of a story the other day. When I was a teenager, I had a friend named N-word Billy, this black dude, and he would make us call him that.
Man, that's some real Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
type
it's
shit,
some
bro.
internalized racism.
Yeah, they fucking
I'm just an N-word.
man. That's some real.
Well, we already had a white friend named Bill, whose real name was actually James. It wasn't Bill at all. We just called him Bill.
I mean, we had like fat bills
Yeah.
and skinny bills, so we never
But
thought
someone
to
else-
make it racial.
Someone else, and then there was Midget Billy,
Could have done one.
and
or
he's like,
two.
I'm N-word Billy. And we're like, we're not going to call you that. And he's like, you have to call me that.
Did you have to call his house and ask his mother if he was home?
That kind of happened to me. We had a bunch of Bens in the crew in college.
Yeah.
And so it'd be like Ben and be like, which Ben? So then sometimes if you were referring to me, not to me, but like, it was like, yeah, no, black Ben or like the other Ben. But
Oh, I thought you were going to say N-word Ben.
no. That would have been fine. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
the black Ben rolled
Uncle
off the
Ben.
tongue.
Because
a
you were
little
like,
bit.
not when I was around.
Yeah, you better not say that. It was just like if we were talking to be like, oh, because we also called the other Ben White Ben too. So it was
Yeah.
just like it was like White Ben and Black Ben. So that was like the closest. But
I
call
came up
It's
somebody-
like, damn, one of us can't be skinny and one of us can't be fat. This would be so much less racist.
Yeah, right.
I came up at the same
kinda
time
looked
as Paul
alike.
Pierce, so everyone called me like White Paul, just
Mm.
to differentiate between me and Paul Pierce.
White Iverson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you were having
I've-
some Iverson moments on the court, Paul.
Dude, I just was warming up, bro. I was being
Why do
his
they
assistant
call you a
coach
basketball player? You
because I
don't
was so good at basketball.
really. What happened? Your skills deteriorated somehow.
No, dude, I was working on my left hand. I play left hand only.
Right.
Oh,
Working on the left hand so I can
That's
play
a
with you
weird
guys.
way
Yeah,
to
you gotta-
play.
you gotta
So I
play
can
both
play.
sides.
I'm trying to get to be able to play with you guys. Trying to get on your level.
Old devil's advocate Paul trying to play both
Play
sides.
to win, play to learn. Which one are you gonna do? In that moment, I chose play to learn, dude.
I mean, I feel like you should have learned how to play with your left hand
You should
before
learn.
that. If you're so good,
Not
I mean, I
in-game
think Paul
practicing.
Allen knows how to do that.
You know, I got some nerve damage over there. I'm trying to work it out.
I mean, maybe it's just like you were intimidated, but Riley's not very good.
He's bad. I'm bad too.
You're
We're
worse.
bad at basketball.
You're worse than him.
Look, man, it's one game. What would you know about competition? When have you ever competed in
I could
anything? When's the
probably-
last time you ever competed in something?
I could probably hoop you up.
When? no
That
fucking
is the
way.
magic words.
I
Let's
don't
go.
How good is
You really
Ben
think you can hit
now?
me up?
I
Yeah,
feel
Let's
I'll
go.
play against you.
Okay,
All right.
$50.
Sure.
Ooh,
You guys are on that show today, though.
You saw it, guys. $50 just to be
That's
playing
easy
Paul.
Yeah,
money.
we got
That's
nothing but
easy
time
money,
over
dude.
here. We got a b-ball court.
I
here.
seriously, to be honest with you, I wasn't even trying that hard versus Riley because I was just like,
Okay.
hadn't played in a while. No, this
He's
is
trying
good.
to white man can't jump you.
This
Is
is
that what
gonna
you're
be
saying?
great,
You're trying to
yeah.
hit him with the white man can't jump for 50?
Yeah, $50.
You
I'll
guys
fuck you
just
up.
doing,
That's so easy.
field
I've
goals
seen you
back and
dribble.
forth?
It's terrible. What?
Were you guys just shooting field goals?
No, Nah, yeah, I was just let him take shots. I wasn't really rebounding. I was just playing. I was
Paul
playing
scored
with
a
my
couple
friend.
home runs.
It wasn't for money. If it was for money,
Riley got a
you
hat
really think
trick.
you know more about sports than me?
No, not at all.
You just made a not know about sports joke.
But a $50 bet on basketball did happen, and I am there for it.
That's easy. Jeff
Wow.
Ben
One-on-one.
can ref.
I will ref, but like honestly, I'm gonna let a lot of shit slide. 'Cause this is
Yeah,
gonna be
please
fun.
do. Please do, because I'm the bigger boy. That's only going to benefit me, dude.
I don't know. Riley was running right through you, so
I was letting him. What am I going to compete?
you ref
What am I
that game?
taking a
You're
charge?
letting him?
What's up?
Did you ref the game?
No.
Yeah.
Why did you let him? That's
Listen, all I'm saying is,
embarrassing.
I don't need to win every fucking
If
game of
Jesse
basketball.
runs right
I play.
through you,
Against
I might let it
Riley,
slide.
you do.
I did, dude.
If Jesse runs
Whatever.
right through you, I might let it slide.
This is good because I won't even
I don't
sweat
know. I
all
need to
this shit
see-
you're talking because I know that I just made $50 and now I feel pretty good about myself.
I can't
Honestly,
wait to see it.
This is hilarious.
You just lost
But
$50.
I do have to say,
Look at that. That's the face of a man who lost $50 right
I'll
there.
play. I'm down to play you.
down the cloud.
I'm just trying to have fun with my friends. I don't
But
know.
all you
All
got-
right, well, it'll be
But
fun.
you have to remember,
I'll
Paul,
buy you
if
something
you
nice
lose,
with my $50.
if you lose, this will be the end of your career.
I'm not going to lose.
This will be honestly.
not gonna
You
lose.
gotta
I'm saying
give
it'll-
up all your hood
You
credits.
see how big this dude's feet are, dude? He can't even run around like Corey. He's gonna be. If you have a high ankle sprain in about 4 seconds.
Oh
That's
man,
actually
yeah, it'll be the greatest
awesome.
upset since
Very
like
knobby dude. I bet
It's
he
gonna
has a
be
big
really
dick.
easy. Playing to 11. We'll play the exact same rules I did with Riley. Play to 11.
All right.
You got to win by 2.
I'm
Ones
gonna
and-
have
ones and
Riley on the
twos.
sideline just to intimidate you in the background.
That'll be fine, dude.
That's your boss.
That'll be fine.
I mean, we were gonna play today, but apparently you guys are all on a show in the middle of the day for some reason.
Yeah. It's really interrupting my Saturday, honestly.
You got to take what you can get at this stage in the game. Whereas Saturday 1:30, yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
It's our first book show. We can't complain about
I went
it.
up last
the
night,
perfect time.
almost last at Shakespeare's on a Friday night. It was
Last night.
awesome.
Yeah, did you sign up?
Yeah,
Pretty nice.
I showed up wicked late, signed up like last. and then
Isn't
I
it
went up.
better? Because that's when all the hood, like all the clubbers come out.
There's only
Dude,
like 4
there was
people
some
there.
bald guy in a red t-shirt. Some kid was on stage like doing some bit. He's like, this is an impression of someone doing a clean bit. And then he was just like, just going off about how firefighters suck, but not using any curse words. He's like, frick the firefighters, frick them right in their butts.
And he's kind
Hilarious.
of yelling.
And
it was
some
kind
dude
of
at the bar would just turn around. He was like at the bar ordering a drink. He just turned around like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
He was so heated, and then he just
His
stared
head
at
was
him.
turning red.
And then he just stared at him angrily for the next 2 minutes, and I was so I had
Too
to
bad he
leave.
had a microphone.
He's like, I'm a firefighter. Fuck you.
He didn't get the
Shut-
joke.
I don't think he was a firefighter. I
don't
think he was just heckling.
I think he was just being an asshole, but for good
Oh,
reason.
And I was like, this is so good.
And then we all had to
protect the
go
firefighters.
right after that.
And then
That
someone was like,
tension.
show your butthole. And he's like, show my butthole. And he's like trying to win the crowd over, like responding to all the heckles. He's like, you want me to show my
Yeah.
butthole? And like pretend like unbutton
then
his
he
pants.
didn't.
It's always great when you give in to
Yeah.
their demands.
If you're going to say you want me to show my butthole, you have to plan to show your butthole at the very least.
Right.
You can't just like, oh, you guys like
You
it if
can't
I
just
did
ramp
that?
'em up
Yeah.
Let
You
him
got to go
down.
for it. That
But there were
point.
like there was no one in the front. There were like 4 people on the perimeter by like that staircase, like 2 or 3 people at the bar, and then like 3 comics to the left.
Yeah.
So it was like completely empty by the time we went up.
I was nervous about my set,
That
but then I had
sucks.
fun.
Yeah.
I just decided
Oh.
to have fun.
That's awesome. I mean, you can have fun any set, any
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
configuration.
Honestly, I kind
There
of
was
like
2
sets
guys
like
paying
that.
attention. I just had fun with them.
I just started def jamming my
That's cool.
jokes. I'm like, yo, y'all been to the Walmart? Who fuck with Walmart out there? Where my Walmart heads
shit.
at? And then I'll do my bit. Then I have to do every joke intro like that.
That's
That's
a
the only
good
way I can
game.
enjoy it. Yeah.
It's like that open mic game. Ralphie May is like, if you do a new intro to a joke, you
Ooh, I
get
got
2
I got
points.
points. Yeah, I switched my order up.
Yeah.
I tried a
what
new
did Ralphie
joke.
May say about like cardiovascular exercise? Do you remember anything about that?
Isn't he dead now?
Yeah, he's dead as hell.
R.I.P. Ralphie
Yeah,
man.
dog.
He was so fat.
He died right around the
Yeah.
time of that Vegas shooting, I believe. And
Damn.
He died in Vegas.
He
It was
could have
like
unrelated
he could have
stories.
protected
That
everybody
Vegas
if they just
shooting
rolled
is
him in
my
front.
gold star shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The most bodies.
and people barely talk about it. I feel like
It must have been horrific.
yeah, but
'Cause
also
56 dead and then double that injured. So
But-
people are just dropping.
But people
Yeah.
wearing
Just-
cowboy hats and stuff and dressed up, it must have been a
Yeah.
little bit funny to be like, oh damn.
No, I watched a compilation.
Giggity,
They
giggity.
compiled all of the cell phone footage together, and you just saw the shooting from all different angles. It was absolutely
I wonder if
terrifying.
there was
The crazy part is, what person is people are getting shot and some asshole's like, nah, I'm gonna take one of these bullets, but I'm gonna record it while I do.
I
Like,
wonder- I wonder
This
if
is
they-
good
That
content.
was like fish in a barrel too. They were all corralled inside of a festival.
And they had no idea what was going on, and they're just laying there getting shot because he's up above. It doesn't matter if you lay down.
Right.
Yeah.
that would be the worst way.
And then they never even found out what that dude's like motive was.
Yeah, and
He
he
was
was
just
he
completely-
took himself out. He was barricaded in the hotel.
He
The
just
police
he
didn't
just
get to
seemed
him.
like Manchurian Candidate type shit. He just like
If you really wanted to go out like a boss, you
It was
should have
weird.
jumped out the window.
it was
he was
weird.
gonna shoot up a black or like a rap thing, but then
He messed up the wrong
the
days.
weather or something.
He didn't want any return fire.
He just didn't give a shit. He was just like, I'll shoot whoever.
Yeah, he was a big
He wouldn't-
gambler.
He wouldn't pull that stunt in Texas, bro. People would start
He
firing
played-
back out here, bro. People would have heard gunshots and started blasting through his hotel room. Like, it would have lasted like 4 seconds out here. He would have pulled a gun. 7 people would have
Yeah,
been like, bitch.
all those cowboys and no guns, all fake cowboys.
Yeah, real ass cowboy should have pulled at least a 6-shooter.
I saw this monk where he's like, there's a political assassination in a skyscraper park area, and he's like, okay, he had someone shoot a gun. He's like, where did that come from? And it's like impossible to tell because it echoes.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
why you get so
fucking
many
loud.
weird reports. Like after 9/11 this happened, after every like crazy event, you get weird reports of like multiple gunmen or multiple
Yeah.
explosions. It's because sound is like bouncing off everything, and you're in like a fucking
And
fucked
you
up
feel
state.
like there's 10,000 people.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah, everyone's screaming and running.
I
in
saw a
different
video
directions.
of
It's terrible.
I saw a video of Adam Lanza playing DDR. It was a kid who shot in Newtown, Connecticut. There's an old video of him, and he's doing both pads in DDR like 100%, like
That's how you
dancing
know
back.
he's a murderer.
If I see anyone playing
Was he
DDR,
good?
He was good as shit, dude. He's really
So
good.
you're confirming he
Damn.
was autistic.
I guess so, dude. But
That's
he
sad because that's like an Asian thing.
and people are like
Yeah.
stopping to watch him because now how DDR has that effect when someone's like really good at it. You'll
Yeah.
stop for 5 seconds. So there's people stopping to watch him, and I was just like, these people have no idea who they're watching right now. They just think they're watching some nerd at the mall.
Didn't he shoot up 5-year-olds?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
children and shit.
yeah.
Like one of the most fucked up ones ever. If you look,
Was he
into
on
it.
prescription drugs or
Yeah, he was
antidepressants?
on,
These
like,
SSRIs,
all that
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Weren't all? I just heard Joe Rogan say all the shooters are on.
But it's a
SSRIs.
They're
chicken
all
of the egg.
autistic white dudes
But
on antidepressants.
but it's a chicken of-
There's a pattern here.
It's a chicken or the egg situation because maybe they're just so fucked up in the brain that they'll never. Inevitably, someone's gonna try to give them medication at some point anyway, and it doesn't really.
Or those drugs just zonk you out and you just don't care about anything anymore.
Yeah, but I just mean like
Yeah.
anyone who's had that much of a struggle in their childhood or whatever, which is most of the time, like what?
Well, I feel like if you fuck with your brain chemistry and then
Yeah.
you shoot people, it's probably
No, I agree.
because there's a lot of fucked up people in other countries that don't. Do
yeah,
that.
that's
Right.
true. That's true, actually.
It's
Yeah.
hard to shoot up a bunch of people. I think
Yeah.
you need to take some performance enhancing drugs. To,
some HGH really get
Get into your like Patrick Bateman state of
Yeah,
mind.
the only reason that Vegas one had such a big body count because he was shooting into a crowd randomly the whole time. Like he was
Yeah.
bound to like hit a bunch of people. But then like
This is
yeah,
a
other
depressing conversation.
I know other
Bump
people set
stock.
out to like break the high score, and like if you go like in a school, yeah, there's like so many places for people to hide. I'm just saying if I was gonna do a shooting, all right.
remember that island shooter in Norway or something in Sweden where he got onto an island with kids
Yeah.
and they were trapped on an island and he was just going around shooting them.
Yeah.
What?
You didn't
Nah,
hear about it?
I
It's
don't
like the
remember
worst
that.
one in global
When
history.
was
It was
this?
like
When did-
200 people or something.
When did this
Oh,
happen?
shit.
Maybe it was like 90 or something. Yeah, you just like, because Norway, nobody has guns or whatever. So
Yeah.
you just got on this island where nobody else had a
It
gun.
was just
And you
full of
had-
kids on summer camp. And they
It's
couldn't
terrible.
escape.
It's the worst thing ever.
That is so fucked
If
up.
you
That's
pitched that for a movie, they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Or a video game.
The Purge, but this time it's like a bunch of kids.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty fucking scary movie.
Pass.
Like,
Yeah, like, no, I get why
What
it's
was it?
horror, but
Battle Royale.
we can't make this. Yeah.
yeah, the
He basically
island.
played PUBG, and he was by far the best player on the server.
PUBG rated.
I wonder if like some kids were like, "We're gonna band together and cut this motherfucker." Like, how did it end?
He might have just completed his mission.
He just rode away.
He just moved on to the next level.
He leveled up. Oh shit!
He's still doing it right now, actually.
There's still some kids there that are alive. He just keeps them alive for fun.
God
He's
damn
on
it,
Little
dude.
St. James right now
No, God.
with all the other little kids.
At least
feel
like
like-
serial killers have the decency to like eat people and stuff, which then seems like they had like it's not just like senseless killing. It's like no, I wanted to eat that person, so I had to kill them first.
Yeah, there's an art to it.
Yeah.
I needed the skin for my masks. I needed to make that.
I didn't just leave their body in my wake. Like, it just seems like it's just wasteful.
Yeah.
If I get murdered, I want someone to at least do something. Even if they fuck my body, at least it was for a purpose.
Yeah.
It wasn't just to steal my soul from my
It's
life.
like
How many bodies do you think you'd fit in that van?
probably 30, 20, 25.
Yeah, you stack them up, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you stacked them
that
sideways,
van would be
you might get
heavy,
30.
though. I don't know.
Yeah,
You're
it'd
a
be
tip on
pretty
an
heavy.
on-ramp and they all spill out.
What size?
The cops get here, they're just like, what the fuck is going on?
What
You're
size-
just pushing it back in. Now,
Excuse me, that's mine.
What size bed you got in there?
Like a queen, a little smaller than a queen.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's like
I want
a
it.
full XL.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what our
just pretty
apartment came
simple.
with.
It's like 4 posts and a bed 2 feet high. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Can
big.
we put pictures of your van on our Patreon?
Yeah.
Nice. Let's do a photo shoot in the van.
Okay. I was thinking we probably could have recorded this podcast in the van somewhere.
Let's do a Patreon in your van someday.
What is a Patreon? Isn't that a website?
Yeah, we have 11 subscribers.
You subscribe to us for $5 a month for bonus episodes. Patreon.com/LonelyMans.
We have 11
I
of
mean, yeah, I mean, what, I don't know what I have to do for that.
them. Hang out with us again.
Well,
Just
we'll
like-
close the
You just-
doors first.
You just
and
record a
then we'll
bonus
open up.
episode with us.
At some point in the next few weeks, we'll just record in your van.
Thank you.
But the Patreon's audio only.
If you want to do a podcast in your van, I also have a Zoom. If you want to interview people, I'll be your producer.
oh, like one of those things?
Yeah.
Where it hooks all into.
But I have only 2, so you could have a one-on-one conversation with somebody.
It's more intimate.
Okay.
So I'll be your,
The
I'll,
van is also more intimate.
I'll
It's
be
a
your
very
producer
perfect
if you want.
Thank you.
I feel like that's a good interview space, your van.
I mean, like the podcast is. I mean, the van. Yeah, I guess so. It's like just weird because the bed's a little too high.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Steve-O
yeah, I could do
fitted out a van for podcasting. He's a
it.
mobile
Yeah,
podcaster.
he got like
yeah.
a suction cup for the microphone stand.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, you went to like some van convention and like had them like do everything on spec for him.
Yeah, he's rich. I'm
Yeah.
poor, so
Yeah.
I had to do it all myself.
What kind of projects you doing there?
I put up the overhead cabinets. I put in solar panels. I put
Ooh.
in heater.
Solar panels, so
I
you
got a
get all the
TV.
power from that, or is it also run off like the engine?
Sometimes, yes, I can turn it on,
Oh, cool.
but I don't like to because that burns it through the alternator.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
So
when
you
it-
use almost like exclusively like solar power to watch like the TV and power everything in there?
Yeah.
That rules,
That's
dude.
dope as
You're
fuck.
really practicing what you preach over here with this leftist extremist politics.
Yeah. I'm out of the system, man.
Yeah.
You're off the
only-
grid, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to be a part of this, just ideologically.
Yeah.
I want to get a Mazda 2 and do exactly what Hans did in an even smaller car.
The hatchback.
Why?
I don't know. It'd be fun.
How much money did you put into like making the van?
Yeah, the hatchback one.
It's $12,000 for the van, and then the upgrades are like the battery was $1,500. The solar panels are like $1,000. So I don't know. And then a lot of stuff I got for free, but I just don't tally it because it's like
Okay.
I don't want to do a compare and contrast. I just
No,
wanna
not
live
even
it.
like that. I'm just wondering, like in the sense of like somebody was trying to do that, i.e., me, like what would that kind of just take?
Well, I did it just by moving into it first. So first, just 12,000, and then whatever money comes in goes to the van. So it's like if you want to do it, do it. Like don't like sit.
Kind of living like a Cowboy Bebop type lifestyle where it's like you got to keep your rig on the road.
It's like a spacecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get it ship shape
Yeah.
before I head out. Or
Kind
else
of
everything will go
this is how
flying.
people all live in the future. They'll just fly a spaceship to colony to colony.
I see so many girls on Hinge now. Like together we could renovate a van and travel the country together. So like van life is real big right now.
Together we could. That seems a heavy thing to do for the first meeting.
Yeah, yeah. I think she just wants you to do her van for her. And then, I know a rock
Together,
climbing
I
couple
can
that
watch
did
you
that.
build my van,
It's like
and then bring a hotter guy on the road with me.
Yeah. Well, we know.
Broads, am I right, Hans?
yeah. I mean, how are you gonna get in a relationship with them? We're
Yeah.
so economically depressed, and
Yeah.
the economy doesn't let us fuck. Our generation isn't fucking because of George Bush.
They all want to, and they all want to be polyamorous now. What do you think about that, Hans?
Oh, I think it's good. That way we'll have more sex because they'll
Okay.
be down for less attractive people
Yeah.
in shorter term relationships.
Millennials are having less sex right now. Anything to get us more sex would be good.
Anything?
Yeah.
What about fucking dudes?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I'm not.
Are millennials?
Which brings us to the second half of our podcast. Hans, will you please take your shirt off now?
This is like casting couch.
So, what brings you to the casting couch today?
You could film porn here,
Yeah.
man. You could do that. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, but yeah, I mean, like, it's just like, I'm just like, would you film a porn?
Yeah,
If I
I'm
had
looking
a,
for an OnlyFans girlfriend,
if I had a van like that,
Or
maybe.
like-
Seem into that.
like a webcam girlfriend. Yeah, if I could make all of my income off of having sex with my girlfriend on the internet and just like have all this free time for stand up, that would be ideal.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
No?
I would do it, but it's like
By
maybe
myself,
our economy should
I'm
be-
just gonna have to be jerking off for gay dudes and like promote myself on like gay Reddits or something. Like I don't know how to.
It'd basically be your girlfriend's channel, and
Yeah.
you're just
The
what I
stunt
want to
dick.
do is I want to
Yeah.
get a van like that, and I want to travel the country after COVID, going to different cosplay events, and like having a Space Marine cosplay, like a Master Chief cosplay, like winning cosplay events with
just
my
'cause you-
girlfriend,
Oh.
like a couples cosplay, power couple. That's like kind of my future.
Wouldn't you
dream.
just be beat out by someone who lives there, who has a lot of money?
No,
Like,
dude,
what,
but I-
what advantage does a van give you? Maybe you could go to
because I could go to
Oklahoma.
all of them. I could go to the open mic cosplay events and get good. It's a whole culture, dude.
Wow, why don't you do comedy? It's more intellectually fulfilling than making a costume, like a seamstress.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go with my
What'd you
dream
outfit
now.
your van with? I got a sewing machine in there.
Yeah, like a
Athena,
paper
dude.
mache.
Ever heard of
Yeah.
Athena?
Got a bunch of mannequins.
Athena's
in there.
pretty
I got a
good.
clothes steamer.
She's a seamstress, right? Am I thinking
Sure.
of the wrong one?
Who?
Which is the Greek seamstress? God.
Dude, I don't know.
Hera,
Jack Hera? Yeah.
Hera, the wife of Zeus.
Let's see.
She's a seamstress.
Didn't she suck?
Yeah, she was sort of like boring,
Suckstress.
which is why I
Yeah,
think
I
she's a
like it.
seamstress.
That's why Zeus was out there fucking everybody else.
Yeah, he's sexually repressed.
Yeah, he's like, her clothes suck too. She made
Yeah.
garbage threads.
It was like a Chapo Trap House riff where they were like
Arachne.
Zeus,
I was thinking Arachne.
Zeus fucks a goat, and that's like the god of business or whatever.
Really?
That's like how their mythology works.
That rules.
Like,
Yeah,
Zeus
Arachne was. They turned her into a spider after she fucked somebody she wasn't supposed to, and she's the goddess
'Cause
of making clothes.
Spiders weave.
Yeah,
Isn't that why spiders now kill men after sex?
yeah, because they're like, bitch, don't tell on me.
Yes. Snitches.
It all makes sense. The Greeks were right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of things that I could do with the van, but I think what I do with the van is pretty awesome, which is
Yeah.
basically just be wherever I want to be, and then
You spread
have the
joy and
opportunity
laughter
to be
across
here.
the world, dude.
I do a podcast in one of the most vibrant cities in pandemic-stricken America right
I saw
now.
the Instagram stories of people doing karaoke here, but you're spreading joy and laughter.
Yeah, I
across the
walked
whole
by you
town.
doing karaoke
Yeah.
the other night after
Everybody was
Killtown.
having
was
so much
fun.
fun.
Yeah, it was good. Like, it's so easy to bring happiness to people, and people are our greatest strength.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we need to act like a group because we are a group instead of pretending we're all individuals.
He's got my
Yeah.
vote.
I hate-
Actually,
I'm voting-
Hans,
I'm
people
voting
like
for Hans. I don't know
people
who he's
like
running
dogs
for.
more than people.
I
here,
hate people
so-
that hate people. I'm like, well, we're all into.
Yeah, those people
That's
usually
what
suck. I hate people that are like
America's
that
built
shit.
on is misanthropy, slight misanthropy, I guess. I mean, that's what it's fueled by.
Like
Steal from others.
William
Slavery.
Faulkner
William Faulkner.
and Allen
yeah.
Ginsberg. They're kind of a slightly, and Salinger. They're all kind of a little bit
Misanthropes.
misanthropic. No, maybe
Yeah.
Ginsberg
They're
isn't.
like, people are
misanthropic.
stupid. I'm smart. Ayn Rand.
Yeah. Well, okay. Don't bring
but,
down my
I
my
mean-
girl Ayn Rand. Okay.
You like Ayn Rand?
No.
The Fountainhead. I mean, I just think that the van is like great, and it just lets me travel and meet people or not meet people and live in the desert. It just puts me where I want to be, and it's just like the basics for survival. It's like my exoskeleton.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get down to brass tacks. You ever fuck a cactus, Hans? Be honest.
Yes, and
Out in the
it
J
was
tree?
thorny.
Yeah, but can't you fuck the inside of it? Isn't it like a fleshlight in there? That's what I've heard. The big ones.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
You gotta shave off all
Yeah.
the prickles.
Seems
Yeah.
easy enough. I mean, what else are you doing out there?
I mean, it's just fun to be out there. I had a sling. I was practicing slinging.
No way, David and Goliath style.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
shit.
the best ranged weapon until the crossbow.
You
came
really
out.
are. He really is on some prophetic religious journey of some
Yeah.
You
sort.
want any drugs while you were
I
out
was
there?
hiking. I was doing marijuana.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you didn't do like any mushroom or acid trips. 'Cause I
No.
feel like that would be.
I
lost
did
the van.
mushroom. I did mushroom. It was just like whatever. The desert is so much bigger than the trip. It's like
Yeah.
being in the desert, just going
Yeah.
hiking up to a mountain and just sitting there.
Hell yeah.
Did you write more jokes when you were out there? Like write material when you were out
No.
there? Okay.
I just didn't feel like
You're just taking
society
it in.
deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
like it was crazy. Like there was a pandemic. Trump was like staging insurrections. It's like it was
So you-
so
so you-
bonkers.
so you literally had like a
Elections
conscious-
all over this country.
So you
Yeah.
had
It's
a
hard
conscious decision like against events that were happening in real time to be
Yeah.
like, I'm flipping the switch now. I'm going even further into the.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. It wasn't just like a natural progression into like, oh, I guess I'll
we-
try
we
this.
live in a sick society, and I'm
Yeah.
glad I got to fucking show
That's
you
cool, man.
how much I hated you by distancing. It's like
Yeah.
a fucking childish tantrum.
You went away as Hans the Gray, and now you're back as Hans the White. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, Hans the Brown.
Yeah.
You came back like Jordan wearing the 4-5,
Yeah.
out of retirement.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, on the Wizards.
Fuck yeah.
No, when the Bulls, when they stole his jersey, one game somebody stole Michael Jordan's jersey, 23, right when he had come back after playing baseball. And then he didn't have his jersey, and so he had to wear 45 when he came back. So he didn't want to wear 23 for his dad, so he wore 45 when he came back. So he wore 45 for like the rest of that season.
Yeah, Gandalf the White.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan being Gandalf the White.
Yeah, dude. Classic. A tale as old as time.
How'd you choose Austin? You listen to Rogan. You're like, I'm going.
Yeah,
there.
it's like L.A. or Austin. Austin seemed exciting.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed more joyful. More
There's
like
definitely a surge going on. Like we've made so many friends in the last couple of weeks because everyone's trying to make friends right now. Like no one
Yeah.
knows anybody.
yeah, it's a great like college first year.
It is. We said we're going to comedy college this summer.
Yeah, this is,
We moved into a student housing complex.
It's cheap
It is.
and it's
Not as
close
cheap as
to
the van.
everything.
What does your family think about it? Are they like cool with it, or do they ever like say like you need to settle down, or like what do they
Yeah, I
think
mean
about
they've always been like you're sort of weird anyways.
Yeah. So it checks out.
Yeah,
it? Do you have a big family?
I have two sisters.
That's the best response. Just like,
I mean,
yeah, I guess.
yeah, it's like what else is new?
It makes sense.
Well,
But I mean,
because I'm one of like technically I'm one of 8 children, right? But I grew up with like my 6 siblings, and I've always kind of been the one that's like floating around and doing like going like work on the cruise ship and like moving states and stuff all the time. So they're always just kind of like. So if I'm almost like if I went into a van, it'd be like the same thing. They'd be like, "That sounds like Ben would do." Like it checks out.
Yeah,
but
you have a good head on
Yeah.
your shoulders, so I feel
you
like
pretty much have done what
Yeah,
I've been
it's, like,
thinking about doing
practical.
forever. Big
Yeah.
balls.
it's like yeah, I mean, do you not like working or you don't like
I hate.
I
it.
hate everything. I
hate
don't
every
even
moment
really
of it.
enjoy
It's like
things I'm supposed to enjoy that
manipulative?
much.
It's
Yeah.
like I don't have to do this. Why? Who wants me to do this? Like,
Nobody
I'm not
wants me to do this.
producing anything.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm making shoes or something. It's like
Cobbler.
yeah.
You
There's
should
no
start cobbling in the
tangible-
van. Just make your own shoes.
Yeah, you gotta start
You have the
Etsy, huh?
stylish
Start
shoes, bro.
Etsy. Me and
Doing
you want to start a
porn.
t-shirt line? Me and you, Hans. We'll screen print them in your van. I'll buy that.
Why in the van? Like, does it have to be in the van?
There's so
or
many chemicals
what's
and
the-
shit
branding.
involved. You
It's
can't do
branding.
it.
I sleep there.
Yeah.
It's branding, okay? It's fucking branding. Get on board, dude. I'm a visionary.
Yeah, maybe you could call
Yeah,
the brand
man.
Vans.
No one wants me to do things with the van. It's like I could just want to like live in it.
They're like, all right, I get you live there, you sleep there, you cook there, you do a little karaoke once in a while, but what else can you
Stop
do?
asking me to do things with my van. It's fucking. It's
It's like,
just
have
my.
you thought of like going to cosplay? Or, like,
Yeah, yeah, what the
I
fuck?
You ever
don't
thought
know.
about filming porn in your van? Like,
maybe you would have more fun in my van, but I'm the one fucking doing it, having
Yeah.
more fun
Get
than
your own
you
van,
living in
dude.
an apartment. So
Whoa, that's a bold claim. I've been having a lot of fun since I've been here, Hans.
no, I mean just in general, not you, the
We've had
royal
fun
you.
together.
Yeah,
We got to do more man on the street stuff.
we were hanging out.
Yeah, that was fun. I like hanging out with you.
Yeah, we were talking to each other. We
Yeah.
were smoking weed.
These are all facts.
Hell yeah.
that
dude.
happened. Even
I can
filming some
vouch for
man
all
on the
those.
Like,
street
yeah, I
shit.
mean, if I'm the only one living in a van, then I have to hang out with apartment people.
Yeah, dude. We
But
all have
I
our
have
own
more-
showers too, so you can use all of us like once every 3 weeks and not tell the other two. And they won't,
I was gonna
Just do
say,
the
no,
round.
that's
I'm like
not
a whore.
they won't even
I'm
know.
sleeping with all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows.
They're like, wait, you got 3 showers in your house? I got to become friends with these guys.
Like, Paul, I had a bad dream in Ben's bed. Can I sleep in yours?
Yeah. Hell yeah, Hans. Your haircut's
My
coming in
asshole
even
is
better.
gonna be
Did you touch it
sore.
up?
No, it just grew out a little bit.
Looks way better now. The first
Yeah.
day you did it was looking rough. It looked good from far away, but up close it looked
I
rough.
was gonna ask, are you good with the clips? Because I just need a little trim.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I
Dude,
did my own hair.
No, dude. No, don't even do this.
This is a
It looks so
long-term
bad at
thing.
first. It looks so bad
It's
at
like
first.
I know it's gonna grow out, and it's just I just have to go through the pain period because I don't want to. Because I shaved it all the way, and then it was growing in like peach fuzzy, so I was just like, shave
Yeah, I
this
don't want to
part.
pay for a haircut either. I don't know what to do, so I might just have to buzz it all off and go cue ball.
Why don't you just trim it
I guess I'll
with a
just try.
scissor? That seems
Yeah.
easy. Like
Yeah.
a girl haircut.
Oh yeah, like Born Identity 1 when the girl cuts her hair to disguise her identity. I want to have that type of messy cut.
That's so hot.
Yeah, it
And you're
is.
Like practically, you have to be less hot.
Yeah.
But I know how hot you are.
Yeah. Now you're disguised as an 8, but I know you're a 10. It rules. It rules.
That was like every female starlet in like the 90s movies. There was always like the girl next
Yeah.
door look. So they were
Yeah.
always just making them like a little bit less hot than you knew they were.
But then
Charlize Theron.
that scene would come where she's gonna show her titties and she'll be the hottest she's
Yeah.
ever been. And you'd be like, well, Zoe Deschanel's whole career is that. It's just acting like she's not as hot as she is.
Charlize Theron won an
Aubrey-
Oscar for not being hot in a movie.
They're just like-
Aubrey Plaza, same thing. I'm not hot. I'm kind of dorky and weird. It's like, no, bitch, you're like
It's that
incredible.
girl in Parks and Rec, not Aubrey Plaza, but the
Yeah.
hotter one.
Yep, yep.
That's
Because you know what it is like you
Rashida
can't
Jones.
you can't have a girl that's too hot be like a main lead because then other girls are turned off by her. Like they're not fans
Well,
of her.
it
So they
doesn't-
gotta get like the girl like Jennifer Aniston. They made her seem like she was just averagely hot, like Monica Cox, like all in the 90s on like Friends and stuff. They were just making them seem like they're like averagely hot or like not as
Yeah.
hot as they were. Like
She doesn't have the attitude. You can't be hot and confident. You can be a hot dude and confident.
Yeah.
yeah, but you can't be if you're a hot girl with confidence, you're just like people just call you a bitch.
But usually
That's-
the hot, confident dudes
but
in
girls
movies
call
are
you
like
a bitch is the other
uh,
thing. Like girls don't like you.
Usually
Like
hot
Joey was confident, but he was an idiot.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say the hot, confident dudes in movies usually have the caveat of being kind of dumb. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt, they let him be hot and confident, but he's kind of like a bumbling.
You can't
dumb-
have all three. It's a
dumb guy.
triangle. You
Yeah,
can
they
be
have-
hot, confident, or
It has to be
smart.
dumb confidence.
Unless you're
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson in The Core.
You only 2 out of the 3 for guys that were the
Is he in the
hot,
confident and
confidence, and
smart?
smart.
Who am I
So you
thinking
can
of?
only have 2 of the 3.
I'm gonna look it up.
Are you calling Samuel Jackson hot?
Has there anyone been
Yeah,
anyone
he's
who
like
had
he's
all
like
of the
smart.
3?
Jeff Goldblum
Like
sometimes
there's
plays
Benedict
smart,
Cumberbatch,
attractive.
but he's
got
not
all of them.
hot
He's
enough.
He's not a lead. I guess those
yeah,
guys aren't
He's
leads.
smart enough. He's too smart to be hot.
Because Jeff
Yeah,
Goldblum
Benedict
in Jurassic
Cumberbatch.
Park is hot.
Goldblum's
Who is
not
the
like
hottest
conventionally
guy?
hot.
No, he is, dude. Goldblum's
whose cock would you suck?
George Clooney.
Ryan Gosling.
He's like, I don't know. He's just like dreamy, but I don't want to say he's hot.
I watched that movie from like 10 years ago with Steve, the dude from The Office. What's his name? Steve
Carell.
Oh, no,
Steve
he wasn't
Carell.
in this movie. I don't know.
Yeah, and Gosling takes his shirt off and he has like a 12 pack in the movie. It's nuts. He's pretty
I
hot.
guess.
You're into 12
You
packs.
think it's
Yeah, I'm into abs.
PEDs or
I think Brad
Like, you're
Pitt
hot.
is
Oh,
pretty
he's definitely
hot.
juiced
Put you on
up,
the
but that's not what we're talking about.
Let's see. Tim Riggins, that's one.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Very
Yeah,
handsome
Leo,
gentleman.
Brad Pitt, all like the regular top ones.
I don't think that's Michael B. Jordan's up there. That dude is very
Yeah.
handsome.
He's in a new movie.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I just make Michael B. Jordan references in conversation with girls on dates, so they think of hot black guys, and then they look at me.
Ooh, there you go.
Just
That's a good one.
you gotta prime him.
subliminally incepting ideas, you know.
I'm like Jet Li before he got cirrhosis or whatever.
Yo, have you ever seen The One? The movie The One with Ellie, where he has to go around killing his clones.
No.
Oh, it's great. You know,
Sounds
ever
good.
seen
I think
it?
I've seen.
Yeah.
I
So
like
it's basically there's a bunch of parallel universes, and every time one of you dies in another parallel universe, the other ones of you get that much stronger. So one version of Jet Li figures out how to go from universe to universe, and he's like murdering like Surfer Jet Li, and then he
Is he
murders.
the good guy or?
No, because then there's another Jet Li who is the good guy, who's a cop in our dimension, and when Jet Li gets to
needs to
his, he's
stop.
like, "Yeah, we got to stop." him. And they're both super powerful.
Yeah, it doesn't everyone get more powerful?
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
same
yeah,
level?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But
so
there's literally a
that's
scene
a
where
great
he
idea.
murders like
Yeah.
a surfer, Jet Li, and like then he murders like a fucking like a
Does he have an
library
Asian
nerd.
accent? Like, what's up, bro?
I don't know. Just like they have all these versions of Jet Li. It's quite funny.
See, in Lethal Weapon 4, Jet Li doesn't say a word in that movie the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you see Romeo
Romeo
Must
Must Die?
Die,
I was
where
about
he
to
gets
read-
a hug at the end?
No.
Romeo,
Hover
it's-
hand, Alicia Keys.
Jet Li-
Really? That's
Jet Li
instead
and
of a kiss, it's a hug.
Yeah.
That's
R.I.P.
terrible.
DMX,
I
but
know.
that movie was
Asian
dope
dudes
as a kid.
can't fuck. It wouldn't be realistic.
Even when they write it in a script.
They
That's
just wrote in
fucked
an
up.
Asian sex scene. They're like, nah, we can't even. They try filming it. That was like, nah.
Is he
this does-
related to Bruce Lee at all? No, it's spelled
No.
differently.
Different
It's
language.
Li.
Yeah,
a lot, yeah.
but the Crow, Brandon Lee, was related to
Yeah.
Bruce
This
Lee.
is his son, yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty direct relation.
And
Jackie
what
Chan
about-
ever get laid in the movies?
What
I
about
don't think
General
so.
Lee? Is
No,
General
he's not
Lee?
a fuck idol. He's not even handsome. He's basically like a stuntman.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Bruce Lee never fucked in movies either.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie Chan is he's like a bastion of light though. He's so positive and happy all the time.
Yeah, he's like a non-sexual, like
Yeah.
a child's toy.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like that.
Is there any sexualized Asian men in like movies and like entertainment?
Aren't like K-pop?
I mean, just
dudes,
off
like-
the top. Like, I'm trying to think of any.
No, but like the K-pop dudes are
Keanu
like
Reeves.
androgynous.
Does he
Yeah, but
count?
what about
Keanu Reeves
what
counts,
about
right?
Big,
Asian.
What about
What?
G? What
He's not
about wait,
Asian.
what about G Dragon and like Big Bang, like those type rapper pop
Yeah,
star
that's
dudes?
like a new thing.
Are they sexualized though? I feel like they are. They're sexy
like
dudes.
feminized.
Yeah,
Like,
but they're not like super
girls
feminine,
like
though.
that. Some girls like because they're arrogant. They don't want to be dominated. They're
They just want
I
like
just
a
want more of me.
Yeah, they just want like a toy to play with. Like,
Yeah,
hey, this is fun. It's a
something
little doll.
non-threatening.
Yeah.
They can just put on the shelf when they're done.
Put his little seatbelt on. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the girls I
I
date.
feel like G Dragon's kind of not super feminine, but I've only seen like one music video with him. So.
Or is there a black guy that's super sexualized? Terry Crews,
Yeah.
Yeah, but is he?
I feel like every black guy is super sexualized.
Will
That's-
Smith.
Yeah,
that's like
Will
the black
Smith
guy
is,
character. You gotta
But
be
it's
sexualized.
not like they don't go out of their way. It's just
Nah,
happenstance.
Yeah, I think it's like a
Dennis Rodman was very sexual.
What? No one wanted to fuck him.
Yeah, dude, tons of people want to
I
fuck
mean,
Very
Dennis
people
Total
wanted
Rodman.
to
Electric,
fuck him,
dude.
but
Come on.
America didn't want to fuck him.
Yeah, but like the fringes of America really wanted to fuck him.
Yeah.
Like the girls I'm into wanted to fuck
That's a
Dennis
smart
Rodman.
move.
I feel
I
like
would be surprised if we just saw Rodman hanging in Austin one day. Just
Dude,
getting
100%.
wrecked at brunch.
I can't wait to meet Dennis Rodman. I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I've already like
He'll pop up. Danny Brown is just
I'm
wandering around
manifesting.
Austin
I'm already
now.
manifesting a meeting with Dennis Rodman in my
Are
brain.
you praying to Steve
So
Harvey that
funny.
you're gonna meet Dennis Rodman?
I read The Secret and I
Yeah.
was like, here's one thing on my vision board.
Dennis
Meeting
Rodman.
Dennis. Just a casual one-time meeting with Dennis Rodman. Well,
Give
no.
him some Bitcoin.
Let me know I'm on the right path.
I want to run into Gilbert Arenas and then just
Oh,
say
hell yeah.
hibachi, and that'll be the highlight of my Gilbert Arenas
Who's
sighting.
Gilbert Arenas?
He's a basketball player in like the 2000s, and he used to say hibachi and shoot crazy threes. And then he got injured. And
He
his
got
career kinda
suspended
stalled
for
out.
bringing a gun into the locker room.
That was that whole Washington Wizards
and
team.
then he
that
came
season.
back, and during interview, he made a gun sign like the next day, and he got suspended immediately. Yeah.
that whole team.
He was like, pow, pow.
One of the guys, one of the dudes on that team got suspended for the rest of the season because he pulled a gun on one of his on the team plane
Oh, yeah.
when him and his teammates were gambling, and he lost some. Somebody didn't pay him up, and he threatened him with a gun on the team plane, and then he got suspended for the rest of the
This is
season.
when the NBA was.
That
How
was
did you
really
get a
upset.
gun on a plane? That's
Because
impressive.
it's a private, it's a team plane.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't check them on like the team planes because you're flying charter, so they don't really like
Dennis
go through
Rodman
like that.
has taken over a plane. It's for some reason he has fun. Dennis
I'm tired
Rodman.
of these motherfucking basketball players.
What is
That's
the?
crazy. It's because they're still from the hood, from the streets.
Yeah. Some people
You
definitely
can
some
take
hood
the
folks.
street out of the dude, but you can't take the. Wait, you can take the dude out of the street.
You can take the dude out of the street.
You can't take the street out of the dude.
Yeah.
You can take the dog out of the fight.
Yeah.
So they're just like,
I feel like you can do it.
It's
though.
like Aaron Hernandez. Like he was like a real gangbanger.
No, that dude was just mentally ill in
Yeah.
like a very
he was like,
significant way. He was even
like
on
doing
another
open
level.
mics for gangsters, but
Yeah.
like on his own.
He was even
putting on
more
his
than
own
like
shows.
a gangster. He was literally like mentally ill.
But there was always rumors that he killed people in college too, like that
Yeah.
he got away with some shit like that in college before he ever got to the league.
Yeah,
So,
he's gangbanging.
but he
His
was
brain was like
he was just
fried.
crazy. Like he wasn't.
His brainstem was like all shaken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he wanted to be gay with his roommate, right?
I think his
jail,
whole thing
yeah.
stemmed that he was trying to that he was just like he had a real
So,
thing
like
about
I
being
said,
gay.
he was mentally ill.
Yeah.
He had feelings for another.
I want to
man.
know who his
Oh,
jail
yeah,
barber
crazy.
was. He had a fresh cut at every court
He
appearance.
did look good.
Yeah.
he was a handsome
He had a
guy.
very straight lineup.
Yeah.
Handsome killers.
Better than
him.
mine.
What were the other handsome?
I can never be a killer because I'm not good with the shave. Sure. No, it was fine. It was fine. Paul's just exaggerating.
It was bad.
It wasn't that
If
bad.
you had gone
Is it
on Kill
different
Tony
lengths
that
on both
night,
sides?
if you had gone on Kill Tony that night, you would have got roasted to hell.
No, they wouldn't have noticed.
They would've
I saw you
noticed.
getting compliments that whole night at
Yeah,
Kill Tony.
people were like, "Oh, I could tell. That's a good job."
All right. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know style.
Maybe you just don't know Asian heads.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
it. I definitely
But,
don't. I definitely don't know anything about Asian haircuts at all.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
speaking
fully
of Kill
admit.
Aaron
Tony,
Hernandez.
you got a gig out of your last Kill Tony appearance.
What?
You got a gig out of your Kill Tony appearance? You got
A
to do
gig?
Vulcan? A gig.
A gig. A
Yeah.
gag.
You got
Is that a
gagged at your
Boston
last.
thing?
Did I
A
just
gag?
Boston out on gig?
You got a gag? You got
You
a
fucking
gag?
dude,
You
you
got a
fucking got
fucking
that
gag
fucking
kid.
show, dude. You were on that fucking,
You on fucking
that
show.
fucking show, dude. Shout out to Will Newton.
Met fucking
have
Joe
it.
Rogan kid.
Yeah, I met Joe Rogan. He was like waiting right in front of me to go on stage.
Did you have to follow Rogan?
No, it was two after him.
All right.
It was hectic. The audience just lost their shit.
Really?
Yeah, they were just like running around. They were talking. They were wrestling each other.
How was his stuff? He was good, right?
Yeah, he was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I want to
They
see him
didn't
live so
expect
bad.
it.
I want to see him in a little place live so bad.
I forget how famous Joe Rogan is just in general.
He's bigger
Like,
than Stern.
we're comics and we're in Austin. We're like, we'll probably see Joe Rogan around. But like other people like do not expect it, I guess.
That's because we're
Yeah.
also talented, supreme
Yeah.
beings, dude. Like Joe Rogan.
I mean, they went to a comedy show with Brian Redband on it called
Yeah.
The Secret Show. They should have.
He's at like every one, I think. Like,
Yeah,
like
where
half
else
of
is he
them.
going up? Like, there's no
it
comedy
must suck
store.
to be a comic no one really knows, even though you're like really good, and you don't you see Rogan get that, and like, oh, we have another special guest, like Alonzo Bowden, and there's like 4 people like, yeah, you just come there like, thanks, I have to follow Joe Rogan as a secret guest on the show. So
Yeah.
Who followed Rogan like directly?
This guy from the Comedy Store that had just started doing comedy. That was his first set back from quarantine, and then the audience was just talking.
it wasn't Dylan Sullivan, was it?
Maybe
They were all trying to figure out how
He
to
was
post
older.
pictures of Joe
Oh, he
Rogan on
was older. Never mind.
Instagram.
Oh, Holtzman. Maybe it was
Yeah.
Holtzman.
No, it wasn't Holtzman.
Oh.
No,
but he
Holtzman's a
was
pro.
like, the good thing about these shows is I'm not getting paid. Brian Redband never pays me, so I don't give a shit how I do.
That's great. That's awesome. I want to get on Kill Tony so bad, but also I'm reasonably sure I do bad, and then they would be like, "You've been doing comedy this long," and I'd be like, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry."
I apologize to the community.
If it was like Tom Segura or someone, I'd just be like, I would be shook a little bit. I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on? This is crazy." The one kid literally had my same emotion at the 500 show.
Yeah.
He went up and he was like, "This is crazy. This is crazy." And I was like, "Good. I'm glad someone acknowledged that's kind of crazy."
There was one dude at the 500 who did really fucking well. He's only done comedy a few times, but like he had a good set. And then,
Until his last joke.
but then like Rogan and Tony were like trying to like talk about something, and they were like not paying attention to him. He's like, I guess we'll just leave then. And like tried to leave the
Oh,
stage.
yeah, he was like, put the fucking mic stand. Mic in there.
Yeah. And he's like, we're going to make you
'cause
stay on the stage. And then he
he-
said something else stupid. They're like, all right, get off the fucking stage.
Yeah.
He ruined his interview.
He couldn't be comfortable just hanging out on stage.
Yeah.
These people with their egos, they can't be the side. They always have to try to dominate. And
Yeah.
then when you see a celebrity where you're supposed to be subservient and they can't, you see, oh, you're never,
Yeah.
even when you're supposed to shut the
You
fuck
have no
up, you
chill.
never, yeah. And they're always like thinking about themselves, like, oh, I'm nervous. Well, no one wants, like, why would you say that when
Yeah.
no one wants to hear your perspective?
Yeah, just shut the
True.
fuck up. Like,
True. Yeah,
Definitely.
the interview, you just got to like let them guide it. When they ask you a question, you answer, and then you
Well,
just
that
And
one
then they
dude-
do what they do.
That's basically what it is.
Except for
Yes,
that one dude
master.
that everybody hated that was just like, he's just like, I just yoga and meditation. Like, I fucking hate you.
Dude, that guy.
We got to get that guy on the podcast. He seems interesting
I
as
saw him
fuck.
at the Lucky Duck, and I had the same emotions. It's such a roller coaster being like. At
He's a
first,
nice guy.
I know. At first, you're just like, "Fuck this guy," and then he'll win you over, and then he'll just
Yeah.
say one thing where you're like, "Well, now I'm back to not like." Then he wins you over. It's a roller coaster with that guy.
Yeah, let's get
He's
that guy
just
here.
so smug and satisfied with himself. It's like, why do you even need me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he seems nice.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice lad.
There's lots of people like him. It's like, what do you want or something? Like he seems like
There's a few hot people in the scene. It's like, you don't need to do this.
Why are you
Like-
doing that?
But when you talk to him, you're like,
Like,
oh,
we
wait, never
have
mind.
to do this.
You're also tapped, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I talk to one of them, like, oh, okay, I get
Like,
it.
oh, something's really broken
Yeah.
inside of you. And now we can relate.
I'm just semi-ugly and semi-broken, so it combines to make one full.
Yeah.
One fully broken person.
One fully,
full
When
comedian.
you're
fully
clearly
retarded
broken
person.
and you're acting like you're Tom Cruise or something. It's annoying. It's like you're not handsome.
Yeah, fuck that guy. If you want to come on the podcast, DM me. We need guests.
All right, say his name though.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I have no idea. what
Dylan
his name is.
Jabargo.
Dick Suckington.
Dylan Jaborgi.
So-
Berjuga. Yesterday I was like trying to figure out Leo Kanopka's name.
Yeah.
And I was having a lot of fun with Leo Paloka. Leo Panoka.
I thought it was Theo for a while.
I got run into by an old lady named Pachelka once. She was like 91 driving a car, and she just didn't even tap the brake. Just went right to me. She's like, oh, like Polish as shit. Her
Yeah.
name was Pachelka. It was like Pchelka. Just
She was
randomly.
pole vaulting you.
Yeah. I feel like Kanopka's probably from a similar area.
Yeah, Polish.
Eastern
Yeah,
Bloc.
very-
I always feel like that with the name Benedict Thunderpatch. No, Benedict Tumberpatch. Like his name,
Cumberbatch.
Benedict Number Snatch. Just
Cumberbatch.
Number natch.
Wait, his
it's just
name-
a random assortment
is
of
his name
letters.
His name just has a name that
Cumberbatch.
sounds like
So
you could just say
Cumbatch
whatever.
is in his name.
Cumbatch.
The word cum and the word batch is in
Yeah.
his name.
Yeah,
That's
Benedict
ridiculous.
Batch of cum.
Benedict Snackabadge. He just has a
Snack a batch.
I'm gonna
He
give this
just has
bitch
a
my
name that you can
batch.
say whatever, and everyone will know who you're talking about. It's like M Night Shyamalan, you know? It's
Yeah.
just like it's just certain names you could just say.
So Hans, do you want to do any plugs before the podcast is over?
DJ Hans Kim. Check me out on social.
Hell yeah.
So-
Do you
Socials?
actually DJ?
No.
What was your episode of
Oh
Kill
yeah, Tony asked you about that. He's like, "You're a DJ," and you're like, "No, it's just funnier to put that."
Yeah.
and everyone laughed. He's like, "You're right. All right, bye."
What episode was yours on? Kill
It's not
Tony?
out yet.
Oh, it's not out yet.
Yeah,
Look
no.
for. It's probably gonna come out soon.
What is it? The Kill Tony?
Yeah, it's probably going to
They're
come out at
backed up.
least in 3 or 4 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks. Look for him on Kill Tony. Hit a very good set. And if you want to see how someone, if you want to convert your life to living in a van,
If
reach
you want
out
him to
Hans.
come hang out with you,
Ask
I can
him
help
questions.
you.
he'll drive
Yeah.
the van
I know
over.
how to do 12-volt systems.
Please bombard him with questions about 12-volt systems. We have a lot of 12-volt systems fans in
That's
our
my
audience,
favorite
so-
voltage.
Yeah.
What brand of solar panels did you go with?
Renogy.
Nice.
And one is New Power, I think. Everything is Renogy, pretty much, for me.
Renogy.
'Cause they're on
Steve
Amazon.
Renogy's.
Renogy.
You should tag them on Instagram and try to get sponsored.
Should have. Too
Yeah,
bad I
hell
already
yeah.
bought everything.
Maybe they'll outfit you with like the upgraded shit.
Yeah.
I never think about it like this. I need to be more...
We'll make a pod.
Maybe you
boy.
should start a business of
Yeah.
outfitting people's vans.
At home with
energy.
Hans.
You
At
can
home
just
with
sell that.
Hans.
You just
I
go.
would.
You just install
I'm
that
not
shit for
that
people's
good.
vans.
Yeah,
I
you
can
didn't-
do it for myself because I'm like, whatever. I don't
You
give
didn't
a
vlog
shit.
any of your like J tree like
Yeah, let's
trips
do
or
it.
anything?
Oh, yeah, it's all up there. It's not really that
Oh, you did
interesting.
do it? You
Yeah.
Did? Oh, look at that shit then too.
Yeah, I mean, people don't really seem to enjoy it. People like my like pithy takes more. I got a lot of pithy takes.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's-
Hit us with a pitty
yeah.
Can you hit us with one before we go?
Hey, why if capitalism is if capitalism is so great, why does it create so many liberals?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. That's
Hell
a great.
yeah.
Let's end it on that.
Patreon.com/LonelyMans.
Peace.